Did you know that there is actually a simple YouTube metric you can look at to determine whether or not your videos are good enough to be shared about by the YouTube algorithm? Not only can it help you determine the quality of your videos, but it can also help you determine whether you're uploading too much or not enough. It's called average views per viewer, and today I want to explain what it is, why it's important, and how you can leverage it to gain a lot more views and subscribers on your channel. Let's jump into what it is. Basically, average views per viewer is essentially the measurement of how many videos one person watches on your channel in a row before they move on to other content on YouTube or just log off. So if you look at your AVPV and you see a 2, that tells you that one person is typically watching 2 videos in a row before they move on. As you can imagine, having a 2 is actually pretty good, but to help demonstrate this point, let me know in the comments, how many videos do you typically watch from one creator in a row? Creators who understand this metric well like to set a goal to increase the number. So if your AVPV is currently at a 0.5, your goal might be to get it to at least a 1 by the end of the year or maybe in the next several months. To raise this number, there is one primary tactic we're always telling you to do, but there's also a massive problem with this tactic. Basically, the tactic itself is to use end screens to drive a viewer from the video they're currently watching to the next video. And if you want to see how this works, stay tuned because we'll be doing it at the end of this video too. What's really important about this tactic is that you're having people go from a video that is similar to the one they're currently watching. Here's the problem though. This method is assuming that the viewer makes it to the end of your video in the first place. When you think about it like that, average views per viewer is actually more of a measurement of quality over quantity, but we'll get to more on that in a bit. So what should you do with all this information? Well, first, let's actually look at your own average views per viewer metric. You can find this by going into your YouTube studio and clicking on Analytics. Be sure to set the time frame to a couple of months back. You want to see this bar graph we're looking at. Once you're here, go to add a metric to this table. You want to see average views per viewer. Simply filter by date, and now we can see a bit of a timeline for how our AVPV metric has changed month by month. Looking at our own channel, I can see we're hovering right around a 2 on average, which is pretty solid performance. We've been implementing this end screen tactic for quite some time now. On top of that, we've expanded our team and we have a whole lot more people helping us to make one video and make it as high quality as possible. All of these tactics that we've been using are behind getting our AVPV to improve because last year, this is where it was. So as you can see, we've been pretty successful at making our content a bit more binge-worthy. So now that you know what this is and where to find it, let's talk about how you can improve this number for yourself. Because as you can see, if you can improve this number, that's going to mean way more views and way more subscribers for your own channel, kind of like it did for us. As I said a few moments ago, this is a measurement about quality. If you can get somebody to watch your video and watch it all the way through, that's a sign of a very high quality video. In fact, you may not even need to use end screens to get them to watch more if your videos are good enough because they might actually go to your channel and look for more to watch. Still, it helps to get people to that end screen so you have a chance to direct them to something else. So it all comes down to practice. In each video, you want to get better with every single upload. Get straight to the point in your intros. Try to learn how to edit and hone your storytelling abilities. Continue bringing value to viewers video after video. Making these incremental improvements is a more realistic way of going about the video creation process because trying to do this all at once in your next upload is pretty unrealistic. That's why earlier I said raising this number could take up to several months. It's going to take time to improve the quality of your videos. And that is where upload frequency also comes into the conversation. If you upload a lot of videos in one week, one might assume that this is a great way to increase your average views per viewer because there's simply more content for people to potentially binge. But uploading a lot of videos in a short amount of time means that your quality will most likely take a hit. It means that you're left with less time to help build those quality defining skills. So naturally by now, you're probably asking yourselves, what average views per viewer should you be aiming for? Each of you watching is going to have a different average views per viewer metric. So to answer that question, I would say this. Your average views per viewer is a metric that measures quality across your channel, and therefore it should be something that you reference, but not something that you pull your hair out over. So as of right now, if you're seeing a lot of 0.3s and 0.2s when you load up that data, a healthy goal for you might be to work towards a 0.5 in the next few months. But it's important to remember this is going to be different for everybody. We've put a ton of work and a ton of resources into the channel in the last year, and so getting to a 2 and doing so consistently is exactly what we want to be doing, but we're still looking to improve it, always. Right now we're uploading 2 every week, but as long as our quality doesn't dip, we might actually start trying to do 3. Most creators don't have a creative team behind them though. So for you, it's going to come down to trying to identify what's going on with your videos. Look at the number of views you're getting. Is it stagnating or are you slowly seeing some growth? Take a look at the retention on some of your videos, especially the longer ones. Are people making it to the end? And if so, what percentage? At the very least, are you using this end screen tactic in your content? This end screen right here, in fact, I know what this video is because I wrote it into the script, which helps a lot. This video is going to help you come up with ideas for your next video, ones that your audience can't resist.